Next guest this morning is Chris Rockett. He is from the Community Preservation Commission. That is one of the more popular groups in town because they give away money. So, and they have several articles that they've approved to go on the warrant this year. So, Chris, if you'd like to tell us a little bit about them.
Sure. The Community Preservation Committee is pleased to present their warrant article recommendations for town meeting approval. We were presented with 8 applications this year, and we approved all 8. I'll start with Article 40, which contains 3 projects. Project 1 was submitted by the Community Development Partnership for $7,500. These funds are sought to support the continuing work of the Cape Housing Institute, which educates local elected and appointed officials with the knowledge and skills to support affordable housing development. As a result of training, Harwich will be better positioned to implement changes in bylaws that support affordable housing development and ultimately increase the number and diversity of affordable units in Harwich's subsidized housing inventory. Project 2 in Article 40 is submitted by the Harwich Recreation Department, and Commission for $37,950. Our current lifeguard stands are over 20 years old, becoming a safety issue and are at the end of their useful life. The 11 new stands will be comprised of a combination of Trex synthetic material and pressure-treated wood. All labor will be performed by the Harwich Highway Department, resulting in significant cost savings, and we hope that they will be able to be stored by the Highway Department during the off-season as well to extend further use. The third project, Project 3 in Article 40, was submitted by the Bikeways Committee for $27,000. Funds are being sought to purchase and install motion sensor solar-powered crossing lights for the intersection at Depot Street North and the Cape Cod Rail Trail. 4 beacons will be required due to restricted sight lines. These are similar to others installed around town already, and the expectation is that this will increase safety for residents and visitors. Those are the 3 projects covered by Article 40. Article 41 was submitted by the Brooks Academy Museum Commission to provide funding for a structural engineering study pertaining to the foundation of the building and to make that foundation structurally sound. And once that is completed, to restore and preserve the outer shell and protect the building from further damage. A previously funded study assessed the exterior along with the design and usage of the existing building. Concerns were then raised regarding the foundation. So the CPC felt that addressing these concerns before moving forward on any other proposals was necessary. The amount requested and approved was $130,000.
Right.
Article 42 involves additional funding for the newly formed Harwich Affordable Housing Trust, which a couple of people have already spoken about. Via CPC, $340,000 was sought to fund the trust, with $310,000 and then another $30,000 for a part-time housing coordinator. So the Affordable Housing Trust is a priority goal for Harwich. These funds would continue the efforts to create, support, and preserve safe and decent housing affordable to our residents. So $340,000 was approved by CPC. Article 43 was submitted by the Harwich Recreation Department and Commission for the Sand Pond restroom project in the amount of $125,000. The current facility is at the end of its useful life and is the only pond facility in Harwich that is not ADA accessible. So this request includes a new precast concrete restroom facility and accompanying septic. The structure has a lifespan of at least 99 years. I'm sure we'll all be around to see that. This is the beginning of a master plan to revitalize the sand pond property for Harwich residents. Article 44 was also submitted by the Harwich Recreation Department and Commission. This one for White House Field improvements in the amount of $55,000. These include the replacement of the scoreboard with new LED lighting and the purchase and installation of safety netting and poles for first and third baseline spectator safety. White House Field is considered one of the preeminent amateur baseball fields in New England, and the CPC feels it is important to keep field amenities up to date and safe for spectators, players, and organizations. And the last CPC Article 45 was submitted by the Conservation Commission for the Red River Beach Shoreline Stabilization Project in the amount of $100,000. The town would like to extend the rock jetty at the beach landward to curb the erosion and protect the turnaround at the end of the parking area. This new revetment extension will allow the river to gradually restore itself and for the recreation value of this end of the parking area not to be lost. Red River Beach is the most popular beach in Harwich, so the CPC approved that as well. Those are all our articles.
Great.
Great.
Chris, can you just reiterate what what the funding can be used to, what kind of projects?
Sure. It can be used for housing projects, historic preservation, conservation projects, land acquisition projects, and as a subset of those, recreation projects as
Great.
well.
That's good.
So, and the funds are designed the funds are not designed to be used for ongoing maintenance. They're designed to be used for initial development of projects under those headings.
Great, thank you.
And your money comes from, you'll see on your tax bill, a little, not little, but a line which tells you
Right.
how much your tax bill and how much it includes. For
Right, via
CPC.
the Community Preservation Act, which most towns in the state subscribe to because up to a certain level, the state matches funds contributed by the taxpayers, and they're used for things that otherwise probably would not be able to be funded via normal ongoing budgets that the town runs.
So is the state keeping up on their end, because they're famous for not?
As far as we know, the state is keeping up on
I
their.
want to make sure.
Yeah. All right, thank you for
Okay.
coming.
Very
Sure.
nice, thanks,
My
Chris.
And happy Earth Day.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.